Hey, everybody. This is the She's the Owner podcast. I'm your host, Karen McCarran, and this is episode 123. And the title of this one is Vision. So let's talk about vision. So, one of the most important things, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, is the vision you have for your life and the vision you have for your business. So, oftentimes when we get stuck as entrepreneurs, it's because we're not focused. We're not looking ahead. First of all, we're stuck in the minutia of whatever the thing is that we're stressing out about. But beyond that, we're not really connecting to the bigger vision. And why are we not connecting to the bigger vision? A lot of the time it's because the vision's not big enough. The vision is like teeny tiny 5 out of 10 when really you have a whole lot more room to like move up in that area. So I really want to encourage you to sit down and write out your vision for your life, but more importantly, um, and I don't say more importantly because I'm not saying that the life part isn't important, but this is a business podcast predominantly, so I really want to focus there. But like write about exactly what the vision is for your company. Is it a company or are you going to stay as a solopreneur? Are you going to move into CEO at some point? For me, moving into CEO is kind of the only way I know how to roll. It's what I did with the other company. That's where I'm headed with this one. So the vision for me is ultimately I show up on a Tuesday and I teach and then I that's it. Like I say this to my coaching clients, even the clients that aren't coaches but are mission driven because that's my jam. I will say like you're the talent. You're the reason people come and listen. You're the reason, like, you're the talent. I want you to really start to lean into that and not in an ego, braggadocious type of way, but just really leaning into the fact that you're the one with the expertise. You're the one who, has gone through the mud to get to the other side so that, you can help other people. So really start to lean into what that vision looks like for you. Because if you're frightened and you're just saying, well, here's an example. If somebody is saying they just want to replace their annual income, right? So let's say you make 80 grand a year or 60 grand and you're like, I just want to like really just replace that income. The vision's not even remotely big enough. And if that's all, and if that's what you're comfortable with, I would challenge that every single time though, because I think when people say that, I really believe it's just the fear. Like they're just fearful to actually say it out loud what they really want. So they think, well, if I can just say, oh, I just want to replace my income of 65K a year, that feels safe, that feels doable. But like when you really sit down and think about what exactly it is you want, I guarantee it 100%, you are definitely not going to come out of that saying, yeah, I want to do 65 grand a year. I promise you, even 85. If you're being honest and you're being like, you're sitting down and legitimately thinking about what the big overarching vision is for your company, it certainly isn't going to be 65K a year. And the problem is that there's fear, right? There's fear on how am I going to do it? That's what happens, right? We say we want the thing, and then all of a sudden we get caught up in the minutia of it all and like, how am I going to do this? What are the steps? Okay, back it up. First of all, let's just commit to the vision. Like that's step 1. My vision is to write a book. My vision is to have a coaching academy teaching the head to heart method. My vision is having impacting 10,000 women this year. My visions are huge. So for me, originally I was like, well, if I just, I have this little coaching company, blah, 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 and like I make a few 100,000 a year. Okay, well, that was nice. But that by the way isn't compelling. That's not the thing that will push you to move forward. You need to have a compelling, like Tony always says it, right? You need a compelling future. You need something to draw you out of it. When you're in the shit and you're in the mud and it feels really hard and it feels really gross, that's when you oh, the craziest little bug is just crawling across my laptop. Very interesting. But like that's when you start to feel that pull to like not do the thing, the vision is the part that will pull you out of it. The way I did a live today, and the analogy I gave was like imagine you're in a desert and you're pulling 100 pounds behind you, and you have to keep that 100 pounds on you, liver, like no matter what, and you see a mile ahead of you this non-mirage but like actual water. If there was no water there, the compulsion to pull ahead you wouldn't be compelled to do it. It would be really, really hard. But you see the water there. It's a compelling future. You know, if you keep going, there's going to be water at the end of that journey. Okay. So I want you to write down, what is your vision? What is your vision for your business? What is your vision long term? What does your lifestyle look like? And get granular about it. Because here's the thing. Most companies, like, we're in our 7th year with the content company, and that's super, like, we're very proud of that, and we are shifting into coaching writers now, which is really exciting. We're both excited about it. You know, it's moving us in a totally different direction than the traditional content writing. But, like, if you're not able to, like, sit with it, sit with it and start writing down, what are your revenue goals? Where do you want your lifestyle? I always work my way backwards. Like, my lifestyle, my dream lifestyle for now is about a $200,000 a year lifestyle. That will cover all the things that I needed to cover. So then I just work my way backwards from that. Right? Like, I'm not looking at that going, holy shit. I'm like, okay, what do I need to do in order to make this happen? And it's not complicated. It's just a matter, it's discipline, right? It's discipline and consistency. Sitting down and getting real about, like, what exactly needs to happen here for that next piece to go on. And if you're having trouble, like, do some priming, do some meditation, but get real. Like, writing it out is the key. And then committing to a vision, right? Don't make your vision a 5 out of 10, ladies. I'm begging you, please do a 10 out of 10 vision, because that's the thing that's going to drive you every single time, and the why, but we won't get into that, and the people also, but really commit to the vision. So I hope that was helpful. And the other thing too is, I want to talk about, speaking of visions, here was another piece of my vision was, I'm not quite sold on doing the platinum partnership with Tony Robbins yet. Here's my thinking about it. If I really wanted to do it, I would have done it in the last 5 years, and I haven't. So what does that mean? I don't think that I want to do it. So what have I done? I've created the Lioness Mastermind program, and essentially it's my version, quote unquote. If you're not watching and listening, you're seeing, I'm doing air quotes. It's my version of like a platinum partnership. And there's a ton of masterminds out there, and there's a ton of high-end ones. I'm in one. But for this one, I want the women in it to be, on their way to doing like consistent 5 figures per month, but we're traveling together. We're learning together. We're going to grow together. Like, that is a vision I had. I had a vision to do something big like that. And then I thought, why the hell don't I just do it myself? And somebody actually said that to me a few years ago. I wasn't open to hearing it yet, so I just dismissed it. But she said, like, why don't you just start your own version of a plat? And I was like, fuck, you're right. Like, why don't I? And so I have. So if that is of any interest to you, it's not just a matter of applying. You do have to, there is an application process, because there's only 10 spots. Actually, there's only five or six spots now. And it's super important to me that you've gone through my level 2 program before you go into level 3. You can't leapfrog that. Because it's kind of like dating, right? I want to make sure that we're all good, and 3 months gives us time to figure out if it's a good fit or not. So if that's of interest to you, hit me up. Visit the website, just look under the programs tab, and you're going to scroll down and see the Lioness Mastermind group, and you can see what's included in it. But again, you must do level 2 first. So that's in there as well. All right. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I'm off to do some coaching. I love you all, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.